Alright, boys, here's I'm gonna read this story. It's called Curious George Visits a Toy Store. Let's begin the story. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today was the opening of a brand new toy store. George and the man with the yellow hat did not want to be late. So they don't want to be late for the toy store, a new toy store that's opening. And they don't want to be late. So let's see what will happen next. When they arrived, the line to go inside wound all the way around the corner. When a line is this long, it is not easy for a little monkey to be patient. George sneaked through the crowd. All he wanted was a peek inside. So George was not being patient. He wants to see what's inside the toy store. And there he is. You see him down here? There's George. He's walking. Everyone's being patient except for George. It means he is not waiting. He wants to go in. He doesn't want to be in line. George got to the door just as the owner opened it. "Oh, this is no place for a monkey," she said. But George was so excited, he was already inside. Balls, dolls, bicycles, and games filled the shelves. I guess George was not allowed to go inside, but he did went in. And look, there's a lot of toys and games and dolls to play with. And I think George was very excited to go in. So let's see what will happen next. There were so many toys, George didn't even know how some of them worked. And how about these hoops? What do they do? George was curious. He climbed up to pull one out of the pile. It would not move. George pulled harder still. It wouldn't move. George pulled with all force. So he's trying the checkerboard, he's trying the slinky, he's trying the yo-yo. Now he's trying on the hula hoops. But I think he cannot pull them off. Let's see what will happen next with those hula hoops. Suddenly there was a terrible crash. Red, blue, green, and yellow hoops bounced up and down and everywhere. "Look!" exclaimed the boy, "bouncing up and down himself." "Why, I haven't seen one of these in years," said the boy's grandmother. They're hula hoops. So now the grandmother and little boy want to play with the hula hoops. And there's George. He's on the hula hoop, holding on. So let's see what will happen next. She put a hoop around her waist and gave it a spin. George tried the hula hoop too. Then George pretended to be a wheel. He rolled and rolled and let's see what will happen next. And oops, he rolled right into the owner. The owner shook her head. "I knew you were trouble," she said. "Now you made a mess for my new store." Well, she's upset with George because he made a mess in the new store. Again, she tries to stop George. And again, George was too quick. She tried to stop George, but she couldn't because George is very faster. In only a second he was around the corner, and on the highest shelf below him, George saw a little girl point to a toy out of reach. "Mommy, can we get that dinosaur?" she asked. George picked up the dinosaur and lowered it to the girl. She was delighted. So was the small boy next to her. "Could you get that ball for me, please?" he asked George. George reached up, grabbed the ball, and bounced it to the boy. So now George is handing out toys to the kids that they want to buy. He gave the dinosaur toy to the little girl and the bouncy ball to the little boy. George is being very helpful and very nice. "May I have that puppet way over there?" asked another girl. How lucky that George was a monkey. He swung off the shelf, hung onto a light, picked up the puppet, and put it right into her hands. So you see, look, he gave a puppet to a little girl. He's handing out toys to the little boys and girls. That's how sweet George was doing. "What a show!" shouted a boy. The children held up their new toys and cheered. "What a commotion!" Immediately the owner came running, and then came the man with the yellow hat. "I think we had enough monkey business for one day," the owner frowned. But the owner's not happy because George is putting up a show with the kids. And she looks really upset, and there goes the yellow man with the yellow hat. Or the man in the yellow hat. There you go. Just then a girl got in the long line to pay. "What a great store," she said. "What a great idea to have a little monkey helping you," her father told the owner. "I guess you're right," the owner replied and smiled. Then she gave George a special surprise. "Thank you, George," she said. "My grand opening is a success because of you. Perhaps monkey business is the best business after all." Aww. And she gave George a little surprise because George was being very helpful with the customers. And let's see, what did she give to George? A toy box, uniform, and a hat. And that is the end of our story. Well, I think what we can learn from George is that sometimes it's better to help out others who are in need of help. It means like if your owner needs help picking up, let's say, books and put them on the shelves in the library, and there's a lot of books being put away, well, sometimes it's better to help out and be nice, and also help the kids who are looking for their stuff and what they want. So like me, for example, I help out the school librarian at Elizabeth Learning Center, Mr. Completo. I help them put all the books away on the shelves where they go, and sometimes I will help the kids look for their books that they want to read, and also check the books out for them. Because sometimes that's what I do, and it is a lot of work. Believe me, it is a lot of books to be put away. Right, Ellie? Yes. And right, Leo? Oh, yes. Dearly. So, boys and girls, I'm gonna tell you guys why is it important to help out. Why is it important to help out, Ellie? Well, because it's better to help out someone who needs help, like at the store, or like I said, in the library, or at home to clean, or like picking up trash from the park, and also helping your family. and friends too. So what did George do that was really helpful in the store? Well, he was so excited to go inside the store, he didn't even wait in line. Yeah, he went through the door when it was open, and the owner was really upset because she said monkeys were not allowed in the store. Yeah, but George went in very quick. And why was he so excited to go inside this toy store? Because of toys, games, dolls, and other fun activities that they are selling in the store. But the owner was not excited to see George. So another question. Who was George handing out the dinosaur toy to? A little girl. Yes, she was one of the dinosaur toy that was on the top shelf. Yeah, and since George was on top of the top shelf, he gave that dinosaur toy to the little girl. How sweet. And who wanted that big ball? That little boy. George gave the little boy the big ball. And was that really nice? Yes. It was really nice of George what he was doing. And who wanted that puppet? The little girl. She wanted a puppet to play with. Yes. And George gave her the puppet that was on the shelf. And then the best part is I see the grandma and the little boy playing with the hula hoops. Hula, 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 hula hoops. And they were hula, 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 hula hoops. And they were having fun. I know. And George was trying to play with some toys, but I think he thought maybe it's better to help out the owner. So at the end, was the owner still mad at George? No, she surprised him with a little gift for him. Why? Because the father of the little girl said that this toy store is the best toy store because of George for helping the customers out very good. Yes, and the owner said thank you to George for making this store successful on the opening day. So what was inside that gift? It was a uniform and a hat. How lovely! The toy box uniform. And the yellow man with the hat was really excited to bring George to this toy store. And that was the end of the story. So, what can you give an advice to the boys and girls, Ellie and Leo? Well, it's better to be a good team, boys and girls, because we can help out someone who needs of help. Like, in the library, putting all the books away. Or even, like, in the park, picking up the trash and throwing them away in the trash can. And also recycle bottles, too. And also helping out family members cleaning up the house. And helping your grandparents planting a garden. It's better to be helpful, boys and girls, because that way you could earn a prize. And also that way you could be very kind and helpful. It's always good to help someone because they need all of our helps, right? That is true. Okay, boys and girls, we hope you all enjoy the happy 4th of July weekends. And don't forget to have some fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So, happy 4th of July, everybody. And hope you all have a good weekend. Stay safe. And don't burn anything, okay? Bye-bye, everyone. Happy 4th of July.